Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We got a list of 5 properties in total, so it should be a quick list. We're going to start off with 745 Farmstead, number 18. It's at $430,000. There's only a handful of properties in this development, this little area on Farmstead, that have ravine backing, and they're very nice properties. A lot of them have the walkout, which this one does as well. The ravine minimum adds $10,000 to $15,000 in value. You figure the walkout adds some money too. So really the question is, would this one sell at around $410,000? And the answer is, well, I'm guessing it's the inside unit because they haven't mentioned end unit in the description. So inside units, if they're really nice, can go up over $400,000. We have seen a couple that maybe aren't so nice going in the high threes. So anyways, the pictures are not here. I can't show them, but you can check the link down below the video. The thing about this link that you're checking, it's a direct feed from our broker system, meaning that it's the source material. And a lot of people are a little, I guess, unclear about that. So as soon as something happens on our system, we can check it. So I can log on to the MLS, the broker MLS, and I can see what's going on in real time. The public usually gets access 1 to 3 days later. So if you want the same access we do, if you're looking for a specific type of home, maybe it's a condo, maybe it's a rural property, maybe you need 4 bedrooms for a certain school district, maybe you're only interested in homes that have a finished basement, we can set all of that up. And so that's called our Market Watch or our Home Finder program. So I'm going to put a link down below the video where you can actually check some boxes and tell us what you're looking for, and try to leave your phone number. Really, you know, we're not the traditional salespeople. We're not going to harass you, but I oftentimes do have questions so that we can set it up properly. And so it's a good idea to touch base. If you're really uncomfortable with that, just leave your email address, and we can try and have a conversation like that too. But anyways, we want to set you up on that system so that you can have better access. If you're spending more than 10 minutes a day on realtor.ca or homefinder.ca or any of those sites, it's kind of a waste of time, because it's better to get only stuff that matches your criteria sent right to you right in the morning when you wake up, and then after that, anything that happens periodically throughout the day too. So that's an option for you. It's a great idea to gather information when you're probably 3 to 6 months away from buying a house. Although we've had people sometimes on it for more than a year, and it's still helpful for them. So anyway, the only other thing about this one here is that it's a freehold house, meaning that you own it. It's not a condo, but it's called a POTL, so it's a parcel of tied land, which means it's attached to a condo element, which is the road to get access to the property. And so that's on a snow removal, road maintenance, and garbage removal contract. And so you pay typically between $50 and $100. I think this one's about $80, and it's gone up initially, or since the initial. And so the builder paid for the first 2 or 3 years of the contract as an incentive to buy. So you're going to be stuck with the bill sometime in 2014 for between $50 and $100. And you're really not getting a tremendous amount of value from it. It's just because you're tied to this thing that requires maintenance. And so that's something I'm not crazy about. But the value's there based on other sales if it's a really nice property. And so the next one up is rural. Really model home quality. It's got the staggered garage. So what happens with this? You lose your driveway space, although there's no sidewalk. So you can still do two cars side by side here. But what happens is the garage actually opens up the floor plan. So when it's moved ahead like this, you'll actually start to see more open space in the layout. And oftentimes that allows you to have something like a dining room here. Really, like I said, model home quality, nice hardwood floors, big thick moldings and baseboards, pot lights. Now remember, you don't get that nice dining room table and all the fancy plush carpet. You get the stuff that's here. Although, actually, you know what? They say that some of the furniture is for sale too, which I guess, you know, maybe you can find your maybe that's an extra Christmas gift for you. Shows very well, 2326 square feet. So at 640, this is the high side for what a 2,300 square foot home should sell for. But I also think that it's very nice. And we have seen a model that's 200 square feet bigger that was very nice, that sold up in the 680 range. So it is possible. About half the yard is being used for the deck. I don't know if maybe there's some privacy just because of the elevation shift and being that much higher than the neighbors. But anyways, very nice home. And $639, it's possible that they could get it. I think that's probably around where I would probably price this home if I was looking at putting it up too. Move-in ready always commands a premium. So there's Leech Landing here. So now you're almost 500 square feet bigger than the previous one, but you're not quite the same level of upgrades. It's still not a bad looking home. Got some wall sconces in the dining room, which I think really it creates an inviting sort of warm space. Some pot lights, some hardwood floors. Now they have granite, but you can't really see. So what I would do probably is have a closer shot of the kitchen where you can see some of the upgrades in the backsplash versus having such a distant shot. But I guess this shows the overall size. You have 9 pictures to work with, and so it's important to really look and say what would showcase this home the best. Fireplace, more hardwood floors. You've got a big ensuite off the master, and the rooms are all nice size too. Hopefully this grows in for a bit of privacy, and then you've got a little bit of work done in the backyard. So overall, I think the price is pretty fair for about a 2,800 square foot home with some decent upgrades at around $650. I think is a pretty good price. Let's move over to the next list, and so let me actually go for this one first. So the one on the high side here, $379, which we don't see very often. It's a bungalow. It's got a garage. So right there, those elements usually would lead me to believe it's about $400,000. It probably needs some work inside. I don't have any photos on this one. It's on a massive lot. It's 60 by 120. And even if it needs 50 grand in work, I think that if you could walk in and do it and get it for, even $375 or whatever around this asking price, you've got the potential there for a good property long term with a big lot. So like this one a lot. It does have a separate entrance in the back too, which is great because you might potentially have some basement income. So as an investment property, this one could be a good opportunity. So we don't see this kind of price very often for any bungalow or any property in town with that size of lot. Final one is Zielinski Crescent, $429. And so we've got, I took the road map shot. So this is a 1,500 square foot home right beside a property with a pie-shaped lot. So you even have a little bit of separation on this side with your neighbor. You've got 2-car parking in the driveway. And so for around 1,500 square feet on this one, $429, unfinished basement. If it's really nice inside, it's possible to get this kind of price. This is the same model with some slight modifications as the one on Ferguson with the big property for $439. So what these guys have is a little bit of a pie-shaped lot, which is nice, which adds value. I'd still probably take the other one, but it all depends on the finishes. So once again, check this link for the photos. And it would be a nice little tour. We talk about the tour of homes on the side there where you might actually go and say, hey, I'm looking for a semi. There's actually some really good semis right now that are for sale and probably at a little bit less price than what you would have found a couple months ago. So if you have any questions, let us know. But those are your options. Tour of homes might be a great thing to do this time of year. And then also the Milton Market Watch or the Home Finder where you can get some daily updates based on your specific criteria. So have a great day, and I hope you enjoy the videos, and we'll see you tomorrow with more Milton Daily Homes.